KSAFA when he's working KSAFA, the budget is just kind of off. So he said that he would have given me the extra money to do it because of the budget in KSAFA, but I'm short $5,000 for
If the DJ doesn't come, freaking YouTube keeps blocking videos.
Oh yeah, and then copyright. Copyright.
Yeah.
I'm getting strike once. Yeah. I was doing some sports news, like reading some sports news, and the national football as soon as I posted. Oh yes, and I know this kid too, Shantamoy Taylor.
Yeah.
He scored in the Winning Cup finals for St. George's College against Kingston College, Shantamoy Taylor. So it probably is Jackie. Shantamoy. Shantamoy. Is Jaheim who played on George's, right? Jaheim Brown. He played in the finals a couple months ago, right? Alright,
a couple months ago. Oh, okay.
It was December.
Oh, yeah, I was there at the game. Yeah, against JP.
Yeah, I did the game as well as part of the court.
Really? Wow. Right now, you're going to UTEC?
No, I actually graduated.
What? You graduated?
Oh. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get myself out there.
Yeah.
You know, so my goal is plan right now is to not really stay here, you know, go abroad, but because down here is not really, it's not catering to us young folks. You know, you graduate, but it's like the person's, the old persons are not letting go. So we now have to be suffering because of that. So
that's sort of how it is everywhere. If that wasn't the case in Canada either, I probably wouldn't. It's always television and stuff. It's always they want to control everything.
These are the same old people after a while that, you know, it's not as sharp as they are as they used to be, you know, they mess up a lot, so it's very problematic. Video quality is very clean.
Yeah, it's a bit dark, so I'm trying to lighten it a bit. So that doesn't show up on the stream. I don't know why it does that here. That flickering. I'm trying to get a new camera for this.
I knew from I said Jaheim Henry. Yeah. Jaheim Brown. I knew it was him. So Shantamoy Taylor. Ready. Campbell.
isn't like you're not on Sportsmax, right? So
Yeah.
there's nothing really. You're not gonna blow up if something goes wrong, right? It's not a big deal.
Even the girl that hosts the schoolboy football in South Africa now, you know.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she touring, I guess. I saw her go to London and go to Arsenal Cardiff game.
Cool.
And now she's in South Africa.
She's a host or
Yeah, she's the one that normally. She's the one that normally.
Yeah. They're always a bit late for KSAFA.
Huh?
Because I found KSAFA is always the kickoff. They're very relaxed on it. Where Red Stripe it has to be.
You know what's weird as well?
You want to do a quick thing? You want to say for our Instagram? Say I'm Christopher Zebra. Scott. I'm Christopher Scott from your channel. Watch KSAFA Super League right now on Island Sports Network. Is that cool? Okay. Ready?
Hello, my name is Christopher Scott from CGS Sports on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. But also, watch the KSAFA Super League. I'm doing the commentary. Go on islandsports.net or Island Sports Network on YouTube. Watch it now.
That was just enough time. Alright, that's good. You want me to take your Instagram?
You can, yeah. My name is on Instagram is Chris Sports underscore.
What?
Usually our stories get 2 minutes.
Alright, so I know what's strange enough for me is that
Rockfort!
I know that Nathaniel
What are you doing,
Campbell
son?
wears the number 10 that Shantimore is wearing today. So Shantimore is wearing number 10. Normally Shantimore wears the number 9. Scored, I believe, 18 or 17 goals for the season last year for Manington. Scored 15 in the first round.
15.
And then he was completely drafted that time. And Neville Bell said, listen, you're going to start on the bench. When he came off the bench,
Yeah.
like a rock, he started scoring. Shantimore Taylor.
Oh, the guy you just talked to?
Yeah, Shantimore Taylor. Never realized that he was not playing good and he benched him. He scored 15 goals in the first round. He realized the first couple of matches he wasn't doing anything and
Yeah.
Neville Bell said, listen, you're going to start on the bench. Came off the bench, started scoring goals up there. 2 goals sometimes, because he came on as a substitute in the finals and scored the go-ahead goal for St. George's. It was 1-1 and he scored the second goal for George.
But Georges ended up losing this game.
Yeah, they lost 3-2. I was so upset. That's very upset. Because I'm a St. George's
Oh,
College.
you're Georges fan. Actually, I'm a Georges.
I'm actually a St. George's College graduate as well.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so it actually it was
I
very
became,
crushing.
I became good friends with Neville Bell because what I'm doing here. So I kind of like, it was sad seeing him.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to do is turn it down. So when you're ready, just turn it up. And if you're on the break,
Okay, welcome to Island Sports Network on YouTube and islandsports.net. On the website, you know, you can subscribe to the website. It's $3.99. I'm not talking about Jamaican dollars, no people. I'm talking about US dollars. and 50% of that subscription money goes back to the league. And we are looking at the teams now. It is Central Kingston FC against Rockfort FC. And I'm just going to give you the lineups. My name is Christopher Scott from CGS Sports on YouTube. You can also subscribe to me at CGS Sports on YouTube. But it's back to the action here at the KSAFA Super League on Island Sports Network, as I said, .net for the website, and it's Island Sports Network on YouTube. You can search for it in the YouTube search bar, and you can find that we're streaming now. So it's going to be Central Kingston FC versus Rockfort, and I'm going to give you the lineup now for Central Kingston. Ronaldo Henry, Ronaldo Brown, Romario Palmer, Andre Smith, the number 5. Number 14 is Akil Garner. Number 4 is Alvin Nelson. Number 13, Ewan Murphy. Number 12, Jaheim Brown. Number 20, Tajay Campbell. Number 15, Donovan Alvaranga. Number 2, Michael James. And then on the bench, number 11, Adrian Davis. Then Nathaniel Campbell wears the number 21. Troy Neer wears the number 40. And then Shantamoy Taylor wears the number 10. Quayne Wright, number 16. Romario Davey, number 9. And Jeffrey Woodside, number 7. And then for Rockfort, we see Andre Lowe. He wears the number 21. Kimani Sharp, number 14. Then we see Albert Aarons, the number 6. Sheldon Green, the number 20. Sean Saunders, the number 16. Number 10, that's Romario Phipps. Javon Hussey, he wears the number 5. Number 18 is Leroy Jones. Number 8 is Delano Pottinger. Number 19 is Giovanni Samuda. Number 25 is Russell Husang. And then on the bench, Romario Myers, he bears the number 9. Dane Coyle, he wears the number 7. Nicholas Francis, he wears the number 11. Rasan Rowe, he wears the number 28. And then Sean Goggle, he wears the number 3, and then number 4 is Anthony McCarthy. So that is the lineup for both teams. Central Kingston Football Club and Rockfort. And this should be an exciting encounter. And we're going to see where Rockfort, or Central Kingston rather, will be starting things off. And that will be started off through Ronaldo Henry, the number 8. And looking at this lineup, quite a few players. And we're off and running here in the KSAFA Super League here at the Constant Spring Football Club. Central Kingston. James tries to float one over to Henry. Henry tries to get to it. And a bit of scramble there from Rockfort's defense and the goalkeeper. But he swings it over. And Rockfort trying to bounce around the ball as much as possible. But they do get it back with Ronaldo Henry. Tries a shot at goal. And the keeper not troubling at all. As we see Rockfort tracking back a bit. And Central Kingston pressing and pressing and pressing very, very early. And they want to get an early goal here and try to settle their nerves and settle things at the moment. And it's Ronaldo Brown and Ronaldo Henry up front. So 2 Ronaldos. And we know that name is associated with greatness. But here's Rockfort. And that is Pottinger, still on the left. And it's still with the ball. That's a very good run. But it's collected very, very well by Tajay Campbell. And it's out for a throw to Central Kingston. So Central Kingston seem to have most of the possession at the moment, as they almost lose the ball. And it's a foul on the Rockfort player. And the referee says, no, that's not the spot that the foul was committed. So they will restart. And Phipps will take that one. Sends it across very, very well. And he almost poked through.
And Rockfort still has the ball just outside the 18-yard box. Now it's on the left. Rockfort trying to create something here. And it's still Rockfort. Oh, that was a very, very good move. And sends it across. And the goalkeeper, Palmer, says thank you very much. Now it's on to Nelson. Nelson sends it back. And it's chipped over to Henry. Henry coming back to collect the ball. Normally he's up front, but he'll collect the ball. And that was Alvaranga. Alvaranga sends it across. And it's now in the center circle, just for the ball. And it is Central Kingston, and Ronaldo Henry tried to turn, but unable to get the ball there. And very well done. And now Ronaldo Henry has the ball. Twisting and turning. Sends it back to James. James. And that was very, very unconstructive or inconstructive in the end. And it will be a corner, however, to Central Kingston. A chance here to go in front very early. As we said, you can go to islandsports.net if you want to watch it via their website. It's $3.99 per month for subscription, $39.99. And just to get that confirmation, $39.99 for the year. And the cross sent in dangerously. Did not fall to any player inside the 18-yard box, but Ronaldo Henry just could not control that one. So it will be a throw to Rockfort. So both teams try to jostle for possession. Both teams trying to make use of their possession or their time on the ball, but unable to create something. Both teams, I would say, would have an equally dangerous chance, but I would give that probably the edge to Rockfort. And now it's there through their number 9, Rockfort. That seems to be Myers. And he was jostled off possession there. Now it is Central Kingston. Through Brown. And Brown just loses it. And now it's back to Rockfort. Through Lowe. Lowe sends it back to Green. Back to Lowe. Lowe sends one across. Beautifully done there by Rockfort. Now it's with Pottinger. Pottinger loses the ball. And catching back there is Nelson. And non-communication there discussed between Henry and Nelson. And now Rockfort can attack. And Rockfort trying to create something here. It's with Jones, but Jones loses it. And now it's with Central Kingston. And that was neatly done. And he was illegally impeded. And it will be a free kick to Central Kingston. And the coaching staff of Rockfort shouting some instructions. Just try to be tidy on the ball. Just try to be conservative. Now it's Central Kingston through Henry. Henry sends it to Alvaranga. Now it's back to Henry. Henry of Central Kingston tries to jostle. Gets by one, gets by two. And unable to get by the third. And he falls right back to Alvaranga. And could not send that one across because Henry is offside. And the goalkeeper will collect that one with ease. And now it's with Rockfort. On the left. And now it's with Green. Green's pass is intercepted. Sending one across to Hendry. Finds Hendry, and that was a clattering challenge, but the referee says no, play on. And now it's with Aarons. Aarons sends one across. Now it's back to Aarons on the right and loses it, and now be a throw. Alvaranga takes that one quickly to Nelson. It's still Alvin Nelson. And a jostle for possession. Now it falls to Gardner. Gardner sends one across, and that was very well done, but Jaheim Brown could not keep that one under wraps. And Rockfort will clear that one. And it falls to Pottinger. Now it's Pottinger jostling with Alvaranga. Alvaranga wins that battle. Now it's with Smith. Smith to Nelson of Central Kingston. Central Kingston tried to pass it on the ground, and now it falls to Ronaldo Henry. And Ronaldo Henry tries to get past that one. It Saunders, and it goes out, or it falls to the keeper rather. And now it's with Rockfort through Samuda, and cleared off the line from Nelson. So Nelson has some work to do, or has been doing a lot of work for Central Kingston. He has been situated on the left, but he has worked in the middle of the park. He has worked forward with Henry, and we'll see if he runs out of gas or if he will continue to run. Now it's with Alvaranga. And James. Now it's with Phipps. Still Phipps. Phipps is sending one that to Pottinger. And Pottinger cannot control that one. And now it's with Michael James. And Michael James heads that one out for a throw to Rockfort. So Rockfort will happily take that one, as it's Albert Aarons. And he sends it across to Phipps. Phipps sends that one long and far. And it's on the right-hand side for Central Kingston now, as they collected that pass, intercepted that pass rather. And could not find Brown. And now it's with Rockfort. And it's still with Rockfort just inside the 18-yard box. And collected tidily from the Central Kingston defender. Now they can attack, and now they can counter. And now it's with Henry. Jaheim Brown, excuse me. And he floats one over to Ronaldo Henry. And Ronaldo Henry could not keep that one on the wraps. Now it's to the keeper of Rockfort. And he will clear his lines. But not as far as a Central Kingston player. And that was Ronaldo Brown. Passes it back. Now it's with Gardner. Now it's with Jaheim Brown of Central Kingston. And he sends it across and tries to pass it through. Now it falls to Murphy. And floats one over to Michael James. But Michael James, it's tidied up there by Albert Aarons. The wing back for Rockfort. And it will be a throw to Rockfort. And just under 10 minutes gone here in this encounter. And it is Rockfort 0, Central Kingston 0 here in the KSAFA Super League. If you're just joining us, welcome to Island Sports Network on YouTube. And if you're joining us via their website, welcome to islandsports.net. And I'm trusting that you will see some exciting football here in this matchup. This is the first matchup here in this two-match encounter this evening in the KSAFA Super League. And the next one should start at about 8:30. And this one has gotten off to somewhat of an interesting start, as we see the ball floated over to Ronaldo Henry. Ronaldo Henry could not control that one, and it will fall nicely to the goalkeeper of Rockfort. As we see the coaching staff shouting instructions, as we see Michael James collects that ball for Central Kingston. Now it is Nelson. Alvin Nelson collects the ball. And now it's turned and tries to float one over for Ronaldo Brown. And a clatter there, or a collision with the keeper and Ronaldo Brown, as he still remains down on the field as the referee stops play. And he's helped up by the goalkeeper of Rockfort. And Ronaldo Brown will be okay. So Ronaldo Brown, just a little shake up from the keeper. Had to come out and command his 18-yard box. And that would have been trouble, or spelt trouble, for Rockfort. And they might have conceded a goal hadn't the keeper run out and collect or command his 18-yard box. So it is back with the goalkeeper. He will go in with the ball, and Ronaldo Brown will chase. And the goalkeeper will collect that one. Normally that's what the keepers do, cheekily, or cheekily, as I would say. And you can subscribe to Island Sports Network for all the latest live matches, Red Stripe Premier League, KSAFA Super League. As we see Jaheim Brown passes it to Ronaldo Brown. And it's still Ronaldo Brown. That was very well done. And now it is Jaheim with a shot. And he's blocked. And it's another upset. And the goalkeeper collected that one. That was trouble for him initially. Jaheim with the shot. And it was blocked by the defender, Sheldon Green. And the goalkeeper didn't deal with it first time, but he collects the ball. And now Rockfort has the possession. Sends it over to Samuda. Still Samuda of Rockfort. Oh, and that was very well done. Sends it across. And trouble spelt as we see Myers on the ball. And collected. And now it's with Brown. And he's flagged offside by the referee. And the fans are saying that that's not so. As we see the fans coming in their numbers one by one here at the Kingston Spring Football Field. And if you're just joining us, it's about 13 minutes or so gone in this encounter. And if a goal were to score right now, we would say the 14th minute, because normally they round it off to the next minute if it starts. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, CGS Sports, where you get news and views, the different sporting topics. You can go over there and click subscribe, but right now it's KSAFA Super League action between Central Kingston Football Club and Rockfort. The score is still Rockfort 0, Central Kingston 0, as you see on the graphics. And that's a free kick taken, but out routinely by Tajay Campbell. And now it's Central Kingston back with Tajay Campbell. And it's collected to Ronaldo Brown, but Ronaldo Brown loses possession. And now it's with Rockfort. And now Central Kingston gets back the ball. Floats one over to Ronaldo Brown, but cannot collect that one, Ronaldo Brown. And now it's with Rockfort. And it's with Jaheim Brown, but he loses possession and he goes back to the keeper. Only to fall back to Jaheim Brown. And now Tajay Campbell tries to boot one up for Ronaldo Henry. And it will go for a throw to Central Kingston with Michael James. Michael James throws that one to Ronaldo Henry. And it says that it's a throw to Rockfort, as the referee is just settling some things. And it's a foul throw, and it will go back to Central Kingston. Now it's Ronaldo Henry tries to get by Samuda, unable to do so. And now it's with Leroy Jones. Back with Aarons. And now it's with Pottinger of Rockfort. Now back to Aarons again. And they're just passing the ball around Rockfort. And Phipps sends that one across to Sharp. Turning his Phipps again for Rockfort. Almost losing it. And now he tries to float one across for Myers. But Central Kingston has back the possession. Now it's with Jaheim Brown. And Ronaldo Henry just stood there, but now it's with Michael James of Central Kingston. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry, and that was a very clattering challenge from Leroy Jones, and it will be evidently a free kick to Central Kingston. And he just clattered right into Ronaldo Henry. So Michael James will probably attempt to float this one inside the 18-yard box. We see about 4 Central Kingston or 5, 6 Central Kingston players just inside the 18 and a header towards goal. And the goalkeeper didn't even move. So it will be a goal kick to Rockfort. As it's almost 18 minutes gone in this encounter in the KSAFA Super League, Rockfort versus Central Kingston. Now Varanga floats one over to Alvin Nelson of Central Kingston. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry. And tries to pass it back to Alvin Nelson, but he will gain back possession, Alvin Nelson. Oh, that was a cheeky backheel pass to Michael James. And Alvin Nelson with the ball again. Tries this spectacular again, it seems, but it will fall back to Tajay Canberra of Central Kingston. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry of Central Kingston, hounded by 3 players. And if that was a good ball sent to Michael James, but he will be offside and he will be flagged by the referee, or the linesman rather. And the referee just confirms that call. And so it is Pottinger of Rockfort. Sends one back. And it's Phipps to Jones. On the right for Rockfort. Back to Phipps. Phipps looking up. And that was not a bad ball in the end, but just too much for the Rockfort player. And Pottinger calling for the ball and gets it. And he's tripped up. And it will be a free kick to Rockfort. And that was cheekily done by Pottinger. And we'll be liking that one. No, it's actually a throw to Rockfort. Is it? And it's confirmed as a free kick. So, Rockfort taking this one. It's about 4 Rockfort players inside the 18-yard box. Floats one in and sends it across. And it's still Rockfort inside the 18-yard box. And attempted to send one across. It's still Rockfort. And it's with Phipps. And just outside the 18-yard box, it's still Rockfort. And he just stood there as a statue. As Jaheim Brown will take that one outside. It's still in Central Kingston territory, but now it's in Rockfort territory and will be a throw to Central Kingston. So that was a scare for Central Kingston and an opportunity for Rockfort to take the lead, but unable to capitalize on their opportunity. Now Rockfort gets possession but gives it back. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry. Making a run was Ronaldo Brown, but Ronaldo Henry floats one over to Michael James on the left for Central Kingston. He floats one inside and almost fell to Ronaldo Brown. And it will be Central Kingston, and a run there by Phipps. And it sends it beautifully to Pottinger. And now it's Pottinger. Sends one back. And that's with Samuda. Samuda sends it to Jones. Now it's Pottinger. Swings one in. And almost fell to Pottinger, or it seems to be Phipps. And the defending of Central Kingston has been called into question. They've answered that question resoundingly because the keeper hasn't had to make a save in those dangerous moments. As we see a player down on the field.
walking towards the touchline right now. Sharp. The one that's walking to the touchline now. Okay. Sharp. Yeah, it's a 13 wearing. See? Yeah, it's a 13 wearing. Turn around your back. Sharp. A 13 more wearing. Sharp.
As Kimani Sharp was actually the player down, and he's now off the field. So we know if for a period of time you're not able to continue, you're taken off. As we see coming under pressure was Aaron's, the captain. But it is a throw to Rockfort. Now it's with Pottinger, back to the captain Aaron's. And now we see some ball played. Now it's with Leroy Jones. And a beautiful ball floated over to Pottinger, and he tried to head it back to the captain Aaron's, but didn't fall to the part of his head that he would have wanted it to, and it will go out for a throw to Central Kingston. As we see Michael James looks to be attempting a long throw, but it's not, and it falls to the captain of Rockfort. And it bounced off of the captain of Rockfort Aaron's, and it will be a throw back to Central Kingston. Now it's with Michael James. Sends it back again to Henry. This time Henry collects it, and he turns, not the tidiest of turns, but he does get the turn, and hounded by Sharp and Phipps, and it will be a free kick to Central Kingston. So, 25 minutes gone out thereabout in this encounter, still 0-0. Jaheim Brown tries to collect that one, and unable to. Jaheim Brown played for St. George's College in the Manning Cup season, played in the finals against Kingston College, came on as a substitute, and also one of the persons on the bench for Central Kingston, Shantamoy Taylor, also played for St. George's College, scored in the finals against Kingston College, and also Nathaniel Campbell. So there's a good amount of St. George's College players on this team. One is starting, two is on the bench at the moment. Campbell started, Nathaniel Campbell, and Jaheim Brown and Shantamoy Taylor came on as substitutes for St. George's College. Shantamoy was the one that scored the second goal for St. George's College. So, substitute for St. George's College in the final, substitute for Central Kingston now, as we see Rockfort taking, or about to take their corner at this point in time. Now taking their corner, many players in the box. And a handled ball, and the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. And it will be a penalty to Rockfort. A handled ball inside the 18-yard box. And it looks to be the number 5, Andre Smith of Central Kingston, that handled the ball inside the penalty area. And it will be a penalty. Now Rockfort with the opportunity to go ahead in this encounter here in the KSAFA Super League. 25.5 minutes gone, 26.5 minutes gone in this encounter. And Rockfort with a chance to go ahead. And it seems to be the captain, Albert Aarons, that will take this penalty. And the penalty taken, and it is converted. So Albert Aarons of Rockfort has given them the lead here in the KSAFA Super League. So it's Rockfort 1, Central Kingston 0. And Rockfort will be happy at the moment, as Omar Henry, the coach, can say that he has taken the lead at this point in time. 27 minutes gone, or 28 minutes gone in the encounter. And Albert Aarons, the captain, stepped up and converted the penalty. As we see Central Kingston restarts. It's with Jaheim Henry. Floats one over to Gardner. Back to Henry. And now it's in the center circle for Central Kingston. Now it's out of the center circle and a miscontrol from Michael James. So it is a throw to Rockfort. The captain will take the throw. Now to Pottinger. Headed out. And now it's with Albert Aarons, the captain of Rockfort. And he will take on Michael James and does. And tied it up by Andre Smith, who actually committed the infringement in the penalty area or in the 18-yard box that allowed Rockfort to take the lead with a converted penalty. And beautifully done by Samuda. Sends it across to Jones. Jones to Pottinger. And Pottinger. And a shot by Jones. And Leroy Jones bottles that shot. And it goes out for a goal kick to Central Kingston. So Central Kingston has some work to do if they want to at least share goals heading into halftime. So it's 29 minutes gone in this encounter. By my calculation, that's about 16 minutes left in the first half. And Central Kingston trailing by a goal to nil. As we see Jaheim Brown on the right. Sends it across to Raheem Brown. Now it is Raheem Brown still of Central Kingston. Floats one over to Ronaldo Henry. And it's Ronaldo Brown, sorry. And it's collected by Ronaldo Brown. And it's a throw to Central Kingston. As we see Ronaldo Brown unable to collect that ball. Now it's with the captain, Albert Aaron. Sends it across beautifully. And Jones sends it back to Pottinger. And Pottinger sends that ball beautifully to Myers. And Myers with the chance. And he shots across goal. And unable to convert that opportunity. It was going out for a throw to Central Kingston. And collected beautifully by Pottinger. Sent across to Myers. And it was shot across the goal with an opportunity to go 2-0 up. And Rockfort settling into their own here in this encounter. Central Kingston will have to be careful. And now it's with Rockfort again. Loses possession. Now it's with Tajay Campbell. 30 minutes gone in this encounter. 15 minutes left. And it's with Ronaldo Brown. And he gives up possession to Green. Green floats one across to Pottinger. And Pottinger cannot collect that one. And it will be a throw to Central Kingston. So it is with Andre Smith of Central Kingston. The defender tries to float one to Ronaldo Brown. Now it's with Sharp. Sharp loses possession to Ronaldo Henry. Now it's Ronaldo Henry. Tries to take on the defender. Unable to do so. And clattered in there by Leroy Jones. And he will collect a yellow card. So the first booking of this contest. And receiving a knock there is Alvin. That's Alvin Nelson. And the medic is being called into question. As we see Alvin Nelson just getting himself back into the frame of mind. And it will be a free kick though after the booking by Leroy Jones. Booking of Leroy Jones by the referee. And it will be floated in by Ronaldo Henry. Couple players inside the 18-yard box. And it's collected! And it will be converted! There's the equalizer! The equalizer! 1-1 here at Constant Spring Football Field. It is Central Kingston 1. Central Kingston 1, Rockfort 1. A beautiful ball floated in by Ronaldo Henry. And it is converted. And my oh my, the defenders just basically fell asleep. And just to confirm, it's actually Donovan Alvaranga that will get that goal. So just a few of my fans here confirming for me. So thank you very much. As if you're just tuning in, just over 33 minutes gone in this encounter here in the KSAFA Super League. It's Rockfort versus Central Kingston Football Club. And this is the first of two matches here today. The other match will be at 8:30. And so far it's Central Kingston 1. As a next one floated inside. And the goalkeeper this time will collect that one. Floats one over to Myers, the goalkeeper. And collected by Jaheim Brown momentarily. And sent upfield by Green. And sent back upfield by the Central Kingston player, Ronaldo Henry. And now it's with Kimani Sharp of Rockfort. And now to Jones. And it's floated across. And now with Phipps. And it's sent across. And he fell down. Juan Myers. And it will be a free kick, it seems, to Rockfort. As we see the free kick for Rockfort. Will they make use of this free kick? It's floated in dangerously. It's still with Rockfort with a chance to go 2-1 up. And unfortunately, unable to do so as we see Phipps with a wayward shot that was going very, very wide. But in the end, it's a throw to Rockfort. And it's Rockfort with Samuda. Samuda tries to get by the second defender, unable to do so. And now it's sent back to Kimani Sharp of Rockfort. Sharp floats one over and finds Myers, but it is offside. As almost sent over the wall. To Jay Smith to take that one, finds Jaheim Brown and making a run, but tidied up well by Saunders and collected by Central Kingston. Tries to float one over to Ronaldo Henry, unable to do so, but they will jostle for possession, and it's Alvin Nelson tries to claim the ball from Sheldon Green. And it's floated high in the air and forward. And Tajay Campbell cleared his lines. And it will be a throw to Central Kingston. So it is Central Kingston 1, Rockfort 1 here in this encounter. 37 minutes gone. And you're tuning in to Island Sports Network on YouTube. Or you're tuning into islandsports.net, where you can subscribe $3.99 each month. That is US currency at $39.99 for the entire year. We welcome you to KSAFA Super League action here at the Constant Spring Football Field. It is, in fact, Rockfort versus Central Kingston. And strangely enough, Nathaniel Campbell is the one that normally wears the number 10 if you want to go by schoolboy football standards. And Shantamoy Taylor normally wears the number 9, but Shantamoy Taylor, who's on the bench at the moment, wears the number 10 for Central Kingston. And Nathaniel Campbell wears the number 21. So pretty unorthodox, if you ask me. Unorthodox. And now it's back with Central Kingston. Now drifting inside the center circle, and he will find Tajay Campbell. Floats one over, unable to find Ronaldo Brown, but it will fall back to Central Kingston through Alvarenga, the goal scorer for Central Kingston. Now it's with Michael James. Michael James to Tajay Campbell. Tajay Campbell floats one over to the right for Jakeem Brown. Jakeem Brown attempts to float one over to Alvarenga, but unable to do so. And it's actually Akil Gardner that he tries to attempt that pass to, but miscommunication between Jakeem and Gardner. And now it will fall to Myers of Rockfort. And it is Phipps of Rockfort jostling for possession, and he falls to Alvarenga. And it's now with Jakeem Brown. Jakeem Brown attempted to find Ronaldo Henry, loses possession, and now it is with Saunders. Saunders sends one across the sharp of Rockfort. And now send it to Lowe, or Jones rather. And sends it across, or attempting to find the captain, Albert Aarons, unable to do so. And it will be a throw to Central Kingston. And of course, the man to take the throw, Michael James. James attempted to float one over to Ronaldo Henry, but only finds Aarons. And now it's sent across to Pottinger. And almost found Albert Aarons, the captain. And he would have wanted that nicely. Would have fallen straight to his right foot or his left. And he could have taken that curling shot. And maybe would have beaten the keeper. But it will be a corner to Rockfort. Pottinger to take this one. Pottinger with the corner, sent in dangerously. And it's still Rockfort with the possession. Through Lowe. Lowe sends that one across to Saunders, but unable to find Saunders. And now it's with Jakeem Brown of Central Kingston. Sends one back to Palmer. Palmer attempted to find Jakeem Brown. And he falls to Tajay Campbell of Central Kingston. Floats one over, trying to find Ronaldo Brown. Unable to do so, and headed out by Sheldon Green. A throw to Central Kingston. So 4 minutes until halftime, or the first half will be concluded. And as we see the patrons shuffling in one by one here in this KSAFA Super League matchup between Rockfort and Central Kingston. Alvarenga getting on the score sheet for Central Kingston. And a penalty converted by the captain of Rockfort, Albert Aarons. And those are the goal scorers for both teams. So it's one apiece. As we see a ball floated over to the captain, the goal scorer for Rockfort, Albert Aarons. Sends to Pottinger. No, attempted to find Aarons again, but it will be cleared. And it's an offside flagged, committed by Myers. Referee just confirming the call by the linesman. And now it's with Alvin Nelson of Central Kingston. It's still with Alvin Nelson, jostling brilliantly. And he will be sent to Ronaldo Brown. And will Ronaldo Brown convert? And he does not. He does not have the opportunity. And he rounded the keeper. It was basically him in no man's land. And all he had to do was just convert. And it went into the side netting. And it still is Central Kingston 1, Rockfort 1. Can you believe it? We thought it was done and dusted at least for the first half. And it is about 2 minutes left in the first half. And my, oh my, many patrons, many fans thought that that would have been it. That would have been the second goal for Central Kingston. And is that to be? As we see again the Rockfort defense falling asleep. And they were almost punished for it. As some of them huddling, doing a mini huddle and trying to get their formation back. And my oh my, that was a very close call for Rockfort and should have been converted by Ronaldo Brown. And he would have loved to get that opportunity again. As we see Donovan Alvarenga for Central Kingston. Attempted to float one over to Ronaldo Henry, but it will fall back to Central Kingston's Alvin Nelson. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry on the left. Jostling for possession is Kimani Sharp and will win that battle, but it's out by Andre Lowe for a throw-in. Now it's with Ronaldo Henry. Still Ronaldo Henry. Still Ronaldo Henry. Floats one over to Jaheim Brown of Central Kingston. Poked one through to Akil Gardner. No, it's back to Akil Gardner of Central Kingston. Back to Jaheim Henry. And he float one over to Alvin Nelson. And unable to keep that one, Central Kingston. Now it's with the... Was with the captain Albert Aarons, but a foul committed on Myers. And Romario Myers will take his time to get up as the referee calls a foul. Seems to be committed by one Andre Smith of Central Kingston. As the first half almost coming to a close. And it is one apiece for each team. Rockfort 1, Central Kingston 1. As we see Samuda sends it back to Kimani Sharp. And tries to float one up for Romario Marius. The goalkeeper in a bit of trouble or in a bit of bother. But he recollects himself and collects the ball. So the goalkeeper is down still as the referee looks at his watch as he stops play for the moment. As we see the medic for Central Kingston trying to attend to the goalkeeper. And 45 minutes has gone. As Mark Henry, the coach for Rockfort, trying to give his captain some instructions on the touchline. Well, the captain will be happy with his first half. Albert Aarons was able to somewhat control his side of the field and converted a penalty. So his name will be on the score sheet at least in this matchup, in the KSAFA Super League matchup with Central Kingston, as he was tended to, the goalkeeper. And he's up and running. And that concludes the first half of this KSAFA Super League action. A converted penalty by Albert Aarons for Rockfort. And a beautifully floated free kick by Ronaldo Henry, converted by Donovan Alvarenga. It is Central Kingston 1, Rockfort 1 here in this KSAFA Super League action.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Patricia Garrell, General Manager of the Premier League Clubs Association. I do pretty much day to day, just about everything,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm available and have to make myself available to the 12 clubs that play in the league. And from time to time, the owners, stroke managers, coaches included, pop into the office because they need some clarification on something, or they, you know, have a problem, and I'm pretty much the go-to person to try to get it sorted out or to escalate it to wherever it needs to go beyond me.
Okay, perfect. I'll go ahead and ask some first questions. Now, keep in mind, everybody, that she may not be able to answer every question, especially as it pertains to the full JFF, but most Premier League questions, maybe. So the first question is, for youth development, what would you say the Premier League and some of the clubs are doing to try to help the youth in the league and really develop them to the next level?
Well, we're happy to report that having had, discussions with the JFF, as you know, we are just really an arm and, associated to the JFF. The JFF controls the league. They make all the rules and all that, but we have been over the years trying to get the Manning Cup and the Costa Cup players to be able to play in the league without, without really marginalizing their opportunities to, say, get a scholarship to the US or, anywhere else. As you know, the NCAA rules say that a player with a professional contract cannot get a scholarship in the States. Now, we're happy to report that as of this week, the Jamaica Football Federation has agreed with us that the opportunity should be extended to these players. So as of now, players under the age of 19 registered in a school, even if they weren't Manning Cup players or the Costa Cup affiliated with a club, play in the Red Stripe Premier League without compensation, but play under the what we would call a amateur status or a developmental status. That we know should help, because already a number of clubs have come in and registered such players.
Oh, really? They have
yes,
already? It's been
yes,
that fast.
including Cavalier, for one, who has a plethora of young talent, and Tivoli Gardens. Those I can report are two clubs that have come in and registered players.
Oh, wow.
I know that Tivoli has two players from Kingston College who won the Manning Cup. So that should be interesting. It should be an interesting run-up to the balance of the league.
That's huge. So that's that's
big.
That's big.
That's really big, and we appreciate the fact that the Jamaica Football Federation could have taken another look at it and have granted us this wish.
I see.
So it will help the players to be to remain active after, even more so next year. Some schools drop out earlier than others.
Yeah.
But when the Manning Cup finishes, say in December, players who would have played, say, for KC can come right over into the Premier League. The schools who would have dropped out earlier months, say even October, November,
they can play.
They can play.
Oh, wow.
Then. So we're really, really very happy that that has happened.
I didn't realize players already got put into some of the teams. That's very quick. That's
the thing is that players are, it's sometimes unfair to the clubs, because almost all players that go on to play Manning Cup and the Costa Cup, they were nurtured by these clubs that are, some of them who have been relegated from the league, right? Like a Boys Town, for example, Boys Town Football Club. They are the people who actually develop the players from all the way up.
I see.
And sometimes they just lose them because they are not able to play, and if a player is not able to play, then, he sometimes just drift off to maybe basketball or, something else, cricket, something else.
Right.
But if they really want to play football, I think this is a huge opportunity for them to continue playing.
So that's some big news you guys got here. So officially, colleges and schools here in Jamaica, the players can play or sign amateur contracts to play in the Premier League after the DaCosta Cup is over, or the Manning Cup, or if they got eliminated earlier on. So that should help. That goes on to your question, David, about youth development. That should be huge for youth development and getting more youth into the league.
That I think will be a real booster for the league, because I'm of the opinion, as I follow the rest of the leagues around the world, including the national teams. And if you will recall, Fabian Dawkins of JC, if he had that opportunity, who knows what would have happened, because he played the Under-17 World Cup when Jamaica qualified at that time. He played in the Argentina game when Messi was the Under-17.
Wow.
Now, we don't need to say much about Messi.
Exactly.
Now, Fabian Dawkins, yes, he played for some time in the US, but because of that lack of continuity, I think he didn't do very well, and he played very well in that match. If you guys would recall that match against Argentina in the Under-17.
I need to look up that match. I think so. Yeah. So a question that we're getting a lot actually is, do you have any plans maybe to add some more teams, if it's expansion teams in the next 5 years, 10 years? Is there any sort of thinking about that going on?
I would say a guarded yes.
Okay.
Because we have been getting requests for the league to become more like 14 or 16 teams.
Okay.
However, it's a matter of finances.
Okay.
It's strictly dollars and cents. Right now, I must say the league still struggle a lot to maintain itself, simply because there's another thing we have been trying to do, which haven't really come forth as yet, and that is TV rights payments. Or right now in Jamaica, and the culture is we don't get any money from TV rights or the rights to show the matches. However, we need the visibility for the league, and to that extent we have been having to continue to work with it as it is. But we are hopeful, really, really hopeful, that would change, at some point. And we we are very appreciative of the fact that Island Sports Network has been set up to basically pay us some dividends from anyone who would sign up, and therefore I'd want to at this point implore as many people as possible that could sign to watch the live streams, simply because 50% of that money that you are paying, of your money, would just come to the Premier League to assist us.
And I can vouch for that.
Right? And we do get paid each month.
Yeah. So that's something that we're trying to expand on here. So maybe if we get enough subscribers and we're able to pay the league enough, they can expand teams faster. So that could be something, that could be an idea. So we have some questions coming in. Chem's Living Legend Era said, what do you think of the current status of the stadiums, of infrastructure and stadiums?
Woefully lacking, I will say. We are trying to really do much better. We are brokering a deal which we hope will come on stream before the next season, and it's a government entity that we have been discussing matters with. Tivoli Gardens did a lot of work on their field last season. Arnett Gardens did a lot of work on their field, to the tune of a couple $1 million. So we are basically discussing the matter with a government entity to see if they could really both in seating and field.
Okay.
And that's going to be quite a number of $1 million. As a matter of fact, we have looked at it already, and it's somewhere in the lower limit of $7 million, the upper limit of 10. And we are hopeful. We are actually in advanced talks with them.
Yeah.
We are hopeful that, actually I should say, our chairman, Mr. Edward Siaga, has been in talks with the entity, and we are hopeful that it's gonna start for our new season.
Okay, so that's an answer for you, Kems. So that goes into your next question. Shouldn't they have better services? Well, that's exactly what she's trying to do with that initiative, is to improve both the services and the infrastructure. Is there any plans to improve the quality of the league, and what are your plans to attract more viewers? Well, that's one thing that Island Sports is trying to do as well. We're trying to not only stream the games, but also promote the games a lot more. So if you notice on our Facebook page, every single day we're posting a little bit of clips every day to try to attract those viewers to come in and watch the league, and to really get people to come in and watch on the Monday nights. So that's something that we're trying to do as well, while working with the Premier League and the PLCA here in the office. Now, do you have any plans personally to try to expand the viewership, or is this sort of the joint effort that we're trying to do?
Well, I would think that if we were able to expand our marketing, with the assistance of Island Sports Network, given the fact that we have seen people sign up from as far as China,
oh yeah,
Singapore, and so on, that we could, if we were
And welcome back. As we see the players of Central Kingston get themselves ready for the second half, as the referees going to the center circle. And we'll get this match underway very, very shortly. as we see the players gather onto the field. And just to tell you again, you can subscribe to islandsports.net. That is the official website. $3.99 US per month and $39.99 US for the year. 50% of the money will go back to the league. You can also download Island Sports Network on the Apple and Google Play Store for Android and Apple products. And on Sunday on the Island Sports Network on YouTube and on the website, it will be Tivoli Gardens versus Arnett Gardens at 7 p.m. As I said, it will be on the YouTube page and it will be on the website as we see the medics for both teams rushing onto the field as we have just started the second half here in the KSAFA Super League action with Rockfort and Central Kingston Football Club. And as you can see, the score sheet is 1 apiece as Alvaranga got on the score sheet for Central Kingston, and the captain Albert Aarons for Rockfort converted his penalty. That is also on the score sheet here in this encounter. So just started, a foul committed by Central Kingston on a Rockfort player, obviously, and it will be a free kick just in the center circle for Rockfort. As we see both players treated, and it seems to be Pottinger that got the hit. Find out in a little bit who got the hit for Central Kingston. Seems to be Donovan Alvaranga. So the guy that got on the score sheet for Central Kingston, as we see, headed on by a Central Kingston player. But it's still with Rockfort here inside the 18-yard box. And it's with Rockfort with Myers twisted and turning, unable to get his footing. And unable to get a shot on goal, but they do have back possession. And he's losing it. And that is Saunders of Rockfort. And clearing his lines is Donovan Alvaranga. And it tries to fall to Ronaldo Brown. And Ronaldo Brown did foul Andre Lowe. But it falls to Tajay Campbell of Central Kingston. Now it's back to Rockfort, and Rockfort loses possession through Leroy Jones. Now it is Central Kingston with Ronaldo Henry. It was floated in by Alvin and Nelson as a flick over the head by Ronaldo Henry. Cheekily done by Ronaldo Henry just to get the defender off his back. And it is still Ronaldo Henry right on the touchline on the left-hand side for Central Kingston, and twisted and turning very, very well. And it will go out for a throw to Central Kingston. So getting on proceedings here in the second half. The livelier of the two, I would say, is Central Kingston at the moment. But Rockfort has some time, about 42 minutes or so left to counter or to create something, I should say. But it is with Tajay Smith, falls to Jaheim Brown of Central Kingston, tries to float one over for Ronaldo Henry, unable to do so. Now it is Leroy Jones to Kimani Sharp. Kimani Sharp floats one over to Pottinger. Pottinger still with the ball, illegally impeded, and it will be a free kick to Rockfort. Hobbling a little bit is Delano Pottinger. And now Rockfort through Samuda. And Giovanni Samuda does well enough to get a throw for Rockfort. And now it is Romario Myers of Rockfort, hounded by two players. And it seems to be a throw or a corner. We'll confirm that in a little bit. 49 minutes gone in this encounter, about over 4 minutes gone in the second half. It is still one apiece. Goals coming from Adrian Aarons of Rockfort and Donovan Alvaranga of Central Kingston, as we see a corner floated inside and headed on. And it's wide of the target, and it will be a goal kick to Central Kingston. So A very good opportunity for Rockfort to go 2-1 ahead, retake the lead, and able to do so. And they will restart Central Kingston. As even the players for Central Kingston shouting some instructions as it falls to Jaheim Henry, or attempted to fall to Jaheim Henry, but Pottinger gets the ball and he illegally gained possession. Hand to the face of Jaheim Brown, and it will be a free kick to Central Kingston. Seems to be Donovan Alvaranga that will go on with proceedings. Take the free kick here for Central Kingston, and he does. Donovan Alvaranga floats one over, and it falls to Rockfort's Kimani Sharp. And now it is with Albert Aarons, floats one over to Romario Myers of Rockfort, and attempts to chase that one down, but unable to collect that one. And it will be a throw, or a goal kick rather, to Central Kingston. And a lot of the patrons, as we see the numbers slowly climbing for the football field, Constant Spring football field. Here in this KSAFA Super League action, it is Rockfort versus Central Kingston. If you're just joining us, welcome to Island Sports Network, as we see one floated over for Pottinger, and it falls right to Aarons as we see him taking a shot, and it's out by Andre Smith, but collected by Sheldon Green, and give it up again to Michael James. And it's now with Ronaldo Henry, and he runs that one out of touch for a throw to Rockfort. Just under 51 minutes gone in this encounter, under 6 minutes gone in the second half. As I said, if you're just joining us, welcome to Island Sports Network on YouTube, or islandsports.net from their website. We say hello to the new subscribers both on YouTube and on the website. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, CGS Sports, on YouTube, as we see a dangerous ball float in and collected by the goalkeeper of Central Kingston, and tries to start things very, very quickly. Unable to do so, and it will fall to Andre Lowe of Rockfort. Floats one over to Aarons of Rockfort, the captain. And hounded by James and Nelson. And James collected, and Nelson collects the ball. Now it's with Henry, and now it's Ronaldo Brown. Collected by Ronaldo Henry of Central Kingston. Now it's with Ronaldo Brown, and a shot taken by Donovan Alvaranga. And that was not a good shot at all in the end. Slowly came to the goalkeeper, and he will restart for Rockfort. As we see a dangerous ball floated in to Pottinger. And I'm not sure if he was 100% positive where the goal was at the time the ball came to him, but he wanted to chip the goalkeeper. And it will be Akil Gardner, but it will be a throw to Rockfort, and now it's with Pottinger. Pottinger back to Phipps. And it's floated over to Kimani Sharp, and Andre Lowe wants the ball and gets it. Now it's with Phipps. Phipps of Rockfort sends it across. And collected by Samuda, but and now it's with Akil Gardner of Central Kingston. But it falls to Phipps. Now it's to Donovan Alvaranga of Central Kingston. And booted upfield by Andre Lowe. And the goalkeeper, Romario Palmer, will collect that one and send it across to Michael James. Michael James attempts to float, or to pass one up to Ronaldo Henry. Outed by Kimani Sharp, and it will be a throw to Central Kingston, taken quickly. Now it's with Romario Henry. Ronaldo Henry Floats one over to Jaheim Brown. Jaheim Brown collects it very, very well to Ronaldo Brown and tries to give it back to Jaheim Brown. Unable to do so. And it will go for a throw to Central Kingston. Ewan Murphy to Cheje Campbell. And it is an offside infringement, or an infringement, and it is an offside committed by Ronaldo Brown. So 54 minutes gone in this encounter, 55 just now. 9 minutes gone in the second half, still one apiece. As we see a ball attempted to find Pottinger. And jumped over Donovan Alvaranga. And he's still down on the field. And still down, unable to move. And the medic has been called again for Rockfort. So the medic has been called a lot for Rockfort. As we see Shantamoy Taylor warming up. Shantamoy Taylor was the goal poacher along with Damani Harris for St. George's College last year in the Manning Cup. Scored 15 goals in the first stage of the Manning Cup season. Went on a little bit of drought. And Devil Bell said, "You're not starting as of now." And that fueled the fire for Shantamoy to start his goal-scoring prowess again. Scored in the finals for St. George's College, even though they faltered 3-2 to North Street brethren and rivals Kingston College. As we know, over the years, Central Kingston has harbored a lot of St. George's College players while they're at school and even just after they have finished school. As we see a free kick taken, and not a great free kick in the end by Kimani Sharp. And it will be a goal kick to Central Kingston. Jaheim Brown, Central Kingston. Passes one beautifully to Akil Gardner. But unable to keep it, Akil Gardner. Out by Andre Lowe. Throw in to Central Kingston. Or is it? No, it's not. It's actually a corner to Central Kingston. And now an opportunity for Central Kingston to go 2-1 up. And Michael James, the one to take this corner, and sends it across inside the 18-yard box still. And it is, in fact, a goal kick for Rockfort. And Vincent Watson, the coach for Central Kingston, looking to find anyone on the bench to create some havoc for Rockfort. And Shantamoy Taylor seems to be the man that he will send to create that confusion and that dangerous prowess. And back to the goalkeeper was Jaheim Henry to Romario Palmer. And Romario Palmer will out this one. Rightly so, but he falls to a Rockfort player. Now it's with Phibbs of Rockfort. Sends it back to Lowe. Now it's back to Phibbs. Hounded. And he's trying to flick him, Giovanni Samuda, but loses possession. And now it's with Nelson. Nelson tries to float one over to Ronaldo Brown. Unable to do so, and Lowe trying to keep possession for Rockfort. And a miscontrol by Pottinger. As we see a substitution being made for Central Kingston. So it is Ronaldo Brown that will make his way for Shantamoy Taylor. The man that brandishes the number 10. Where's the number 9 for the light blue and white of North Street? But where's the number 10 for the red and white team of Central Kingston? Shaheem Henry to Alvaranga, and Varanga loses it. Now it's with Samuda. Giovanni Samuda gets by a couple of players. And foul and booked by Tajay Campbell. So Giovanni Samuda tried it to be cheeky and got a free kick for his troubles. So mission somewhat accomplished by Samuda. And Tajay Campbell in the books. So 2 cards have been shown so far in this contest, and the 2 of them have been shown to Central Kingston players. So they will have to be careful. Shows their physicality, however. Now it's with Sheldon Green. Float one over. Confusion in the defense. And almost brandished a second goal for Rockfort. But they can breathe a sigh of relief, Central Kingston. And now collected by Sheldon Green. Sheldon Green floats one over to Romario Myers. It's still Romario Myers. Stayed on his feet. And almost a second goal again. And confusion by Central Kingston. And they'd have to be very, very careful they don't concede again. But it is with Central Kingston, however. Jaheim Brown passes it to Akil Gardner and sends it back to Jaheim Brown. That was Jaheim Brown to float one in. Shantamoy Taylor, the substitute, on his right foot. And Vincent Watson got up as soon as Shantamoy Taylor got the ball and received it on his right foot. Shantamoy Taylor, a very skillful player. Very effective player, Shantamoy Taylor. And just to tell you guys that the Southern Super League and the St. Catherine Major League, and persons have, or somebody at least, has shown interest in us broadcasting that, and we're here to tell you that we're working on that. As we see Akil Gardner of Central Kingston with the ball, tussling with Pottinger, and advantage Pottinger now. Now it's with Saunders of Rockfort, still with Saunders, battling. And the referee seems to say a goal kick. As Lowe expresses his concern and thought that should have been a corner for Rockfort, but the referee says goal kick. Romario Palmer floats one in to Akil Gardner. Very well done by Romario Palmer. Now it's with Donovan Alvaranga. Tries to float one into Shantamoy Taylor. Unsuccessful. Now it's with Phipps of Rockfort. Samuda to Aarons. Aarons, the captain. And blocked by Michael James. So it will be a Rockfort corner for sure. No confusion there. So subscribe to Island Sports Network and also hit the notification bell to be notified whenever a match is going on or a match will be broadcasted. As we see the corner from Rockfort, passes everybody, but falls to Sheldon Green. Now it's with Pottinger. Pottinger floats, or attempted to float back that one into the penalty or the 18-yard box. But it's with Pottinger and headed on, and almost an own goal by Tajay Campbell. And that was a scary moment for Central Kingston. to Jake Campbell. Almost headed the ball into his own net. And again, the medic has been called for the goalkeeper. So 65 minutes gone in this encounter, just over 65 minutes. So it's just under 25 minutes left. So that means it's about 20 minutes gone in the second half. As we see the medics still attending to the Rockfort goalkeeper, Romario Palmer.
So far. But she does a really good job on giving it to us. Sometimes you have to like hound them.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I'm a producer
Oh,
for KLS.
oh yeah.
Sometimes I get like we do like half pre-game show, halftime show, post-game show.
Yeah.
So we do pre-game show 50 minutes before the match. Sometimes they give us 10 minutes. Sometimes they give us.
And that would be for Premier League or for whatever? Premier League?
Corner for Rockfort. Send one in. Fell to the head. It seems to be a Phipps. And went outside. So it will be a goal kick for Central Kingston. Now it's Jaheim Brown to Alvaranga. Back to Jaheim Brown. And attempted to pass it to Akil Gardner. Unable to do so. And now Donovan Alvaranga with Akil Gardner. Now Akil Gardner has the ball for Central Kingston. Sends it over to Jaheim Brown. Jaheim Brown tried a long pass to Shantamoy Taylor, but unable to do so. Now it's Albert Aarons of Rockfort. And impeded by Michael James. So it will be a goal kick, or a free kick rather, just inside the center circle. Just at the halfway line. And coming out and commanding his 18-yard box is Romario Palmer. And now it's Michael James. Attempted pass to Shantamoy Taylor. Fell to Akil Gardner, but loses it. Now it's with, or it was with Donovan Alvaranga, the goal scorer for Central Kingston. And 50-50 challenge by the number 15 of Central Kingston. So it's a free kick to Rockfort. So back and forth they go here in this encounter. And scary moments for Central Kingston, but it's still one apiece here. Almost 69 minutes gone in this encounter. And it is Rockfort. Long ball, but not finding the intended target. So Saunders will have to settle for the fact that it was intended for him. And it will be a goal kick for Central Kingston. Pottinger. Saunders. And pushed over by Gardner. So a free kick to Rockfort. So you would say a majority of the free kicks and the fouls committed has been on Central Kingston. So Central Kingston a little bit physical, but it is with fibs of Rockfort. Floats one inside. And finding no one. Now it's with Shantamoy Taylor. Taken down nicely, but it falls to Donovan Samuda, or Giovanni Samuda, and impeded just outside the 18-yard box is Romario Myers. 70 minutes gone in this encounter, one apiece, with an attempt to take the lead again, Rockfort. Seems to be the neon boots of Giovanni Samuda that will take this one for Rockfort. Will he convert? And they retake the lead. Four-man wall, or seems to be four-man wall, formed by Central Kingston, with about 5 players in the box. And a free kick taken and collected routinely by Romario Palmer. And throw long for Ronaldo Henry, but collected by Lowe. And Pottinger could not collect that one because he was in an offside position. And now Phipps turned very well, or brilliantly, and Lowe. Now it's Green. Green not finding Pottinger, and it will roll to Romario Palmer. Romario Palmer to Shantamoy Taylor, to James, and now it's with Green, and a mix-up at the back, and a shot across goal. Shantamoy Taylor had the opportunity. Direction and power is what he was lacking. The shot was wide, the shot was slow. Not enough power behind it. And a sigh of relief by Rockfort. And both teams breathing a sigh of relief here in the first half, or in the second half rather, as a change. Will be the number 5 and the number 7 that will come on. So Hussey should have started for Rockfort, didn't. And he will come on. And the number 21 for Central, and that is Campbell. Nathaniel Campbell of Central will come on. And so the number 9 for Rockfort, that is Myers, that was slated to be on the bench, is coming off. So the man that should have been on the bench is coming off, and he will be replaced by Dane Coyle. And then the number 18, Jones, is replaced by Javon Hussey. And it's a throw to Rockfort. Finds Giovanni Samuda. And a run created by Giovanni Samuda, impeded by Nathaniel Campbell, the substitute for Central Kingston. And a handed ball again, and the ref says no, and a shot across goal. Another appeal to the referee. And this time the referee declines that appeal. And now it's the substitute. Substitute Coyle with the ball. It's still with Coyle. And it will be a corner kick to Rockfort. So the substitutes somewhat trying to make a difference for either team. And just telling you again, on Sunday, it will be Red Stripe Premier League action with Tivoli Gardens and Arnett Gardens at Tivoli at 7 p.m. And then on Monday, it will be Humber Lion versus Waterhouse. Monday night football action. Now a corner by Rockfort and sent in. And an opportunity for Dane Coyle, the substitute, to get his name on the score sheet. Unable to. And now Central Kingston will try to run it out of their own territory. And the ball attempted for Shantamoy Taylor. And unable to reach it. A throw now to Rockfort. So Rockfort, as I said at the beginning of this encounter, was the lively of the two. And now it is Central Kingston, I said, would have been the lively of the two, or is the lively of the two. And now Rockfort coming into their own and settling down. At least they have shown more composure than Central Kingston here in the second half, as we see Shantamoy Taylor on the ball. And attempted give and go with Alvin Nelson, unable to complete that give and go, but it is with Michael James. And trying to find Nathaniel Campbell, but unable to find him. And now it's with Pottinger of Rockfort and neatly taken by Donovan Alvaranga of Central Kingston. But Rockfort does have the ball, and now it's with the substitute Dane Coyle, and attempted to send it to Pottinger. Waited a little bit too much, and the defenders were able to position themselves for the interception. And Aaron's unable to keep control of that ball. And it is the throw to Central Kingston. So, livelier times for Rockfort. And the Rockfort coach, Omar Henry, wants his team to convert their chances. But they're unable to do so at the moment. They only converted one, and that's a penalty. And now it's Saunders. Saunders to Pottinger. And clearance by Tajay Campbell of Central Kingston. Now it's Samuda, blocked by Alvaranga, and it's a corner to Rockfort. Sends one across, dangerous inside the 18-yard box. And met by Hussey. Now it's Kimani Sharp. And the throw seemingly to Rockfort, and it is a throw to Rockfort. Now it's with Dane Coyle, the substitute. With Hussey. And no-nonsense clearance by Michael James. But it is a throw to Central Kingston, it seems. And yes, it is. And the players down on the field, that seems to be Akeem Smith of Central Kingston. And on the touchline is Adrian Davis warming up, hoping to make his mark on this game. So 79 minutes gone in this encounter. 21 minutes left in the game. So it's 24 minutes that has been completed here in the second half. And it is still Central Kingston 1, Rockfort 1, as you see on live on YouTube and on the website islandsports.net. Remember, you can subscribe for $3.99 US a month and $39.99 US for the entire year. Also, you can click subscribe to Island Sports Network and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified and you know when the next match will be broadcasted. It is with Rockfort and sent it dangerously. And Romario Palmer collected that one. And now it's with Jaheim Henry of Central Kingston. Campbell. And that St. George's College connection almost lost out there. But they do lose possession. Now it's with Giovanni Samuda. Floats one over to the captain, Albert Aarons. It's still Albert Aarons. Gets by one defender. And a shot towards goal. Just wide. Just wide. Rockfort with the opportunity. And the defenders of Central Kingston shaking in their boots. But again, they breathe a sigh of relief. That could have been converted or should have been converted. Should have gone 2-1 up Rockfort. And they are feeling it. And now it's Donovan Alvaranga to Nathaniel Campbell. Nathaniel Campbell miscontrol. Now it's with Saunders. Now it's Campbell. Campbell to Henry. Ronaldo Henry. And Shantamoy Taylor trying to meet that one. And it is a foul committed by the goalkeeper. And an opportunity as the goalkeeper brandishing a yellow card for the goalkeeper. The referee and now an opportunity for Central Kingston to go 2-1 up. It'll be the first time that they have taken the lead in this encounter, albeit it's only one time a team has taken the lead in this encounter. So an opportunity. Will it be? With 82 minutes and 30 seconds gone in this encounter. Just under 8 minutes left. Four-man wall built by Rockfort. And an opportunity. Low shot. And another shot by Nathaniel Campbell. Another opportunity. Still inside the 18-yard box. It's still danger. And it's wide of the target. And it will be a goal kick to Rockfort. So, danger averted for Rockfort. Pottinger. Saunders, but it falls to Jaheim Brown. Donovan Alvaranga to Ronaldo Henry. Henry loses out on it. Now it's with Kimani Sharp. Loses out on it. Loses possession. Now it's Ronaldo Henry again. The substitute Nathaniel Campbell. And a slip by Nathaniel Campbell, but it forced the shot to Taylor. We're shot to Taylor! And that is the second goal for Central Kingston. He is fast, he is effective, and he pounced on that opportunity. My oh my. And that is the second goal for Central Kingston. Vincent Watson will be happy with that goal. A slip by Nathaniel Campbell. Pounced on by Shantamoy Taylor. And Shantamoy Taylor put Central Kingston ahead. So at the moment, it's Central Kingston 2, Rockfort 1. Rockfort had the opportunities. Rockfort had the effective runs, but they're now behind for the first time in this encounter. It's Central Kingston 2 and Rockfort 1. And Phipps. And floats over, but falls to Jaheim Brown. And now it's Ronaldo Henry. They can really put this game to bed. And it's still Ronaldo Henry. And it is a throw to Rockfort. And now it's Javane Hussey. Impeded by Akeem Smith is Giovanni Samuda. So a free kick inside the center circle, and it looks to be another substitution for Central Kingston. We'll be waiting momentarily as Giovanni Samuda sends one across to Albert Aarons, the captain of Rockfort. They need to find a way in this and find it fast. 86 minutes gone in this encounter. And Aarons is down on the field, and he has not moved. Slowly getting up now is the captain, Aarons. And a dangerous ball inside the 18-yard box. And collected by Romario Palmer, the goalkeeper of Central Kingston. Now it's Nathaniel Campbell. Sends it to Romario Henry. And it is Shantaboy Taylor. Now it's Nathaniel Campbell, and that is a mess up by Nathaniel Campbell. And he had the opportunity to put this game to bed for Central Kingston. Shantaboy Taylor left it. Nathaniel Campbell came pouncing in. And Nathaniel Campbell should have put that one away. As we see 2 substitutions in the offing for both teams. And both number 11s will take the field. That is Francis and Davis. So Davis of Central Kingston will take the field. But first, it is Francis that will take the place of Phipps of Rockfort. And then Nelson will come off for Adrian Davis of Central Kingston. So 2-1 here at Constant Spring Football Field here in the KSAFA Super League action between Central Kingston Football Club and Rockfort. Shantamoy Taylor putting Central Kingston in the lead after the equalizer from Donovan Alvaranga. But Rockfort took the lead through a penalty conversion by the captain Albert Aarons, but now they trail. They'll be looking for at least a point with just 2 minutes left in this encounter. But not from that opportunity, because that opportunity is wasted. And it will be a goal kick to Central Kingston. The man Vincent Watson has been in Central Kingston, coaching Central Kingston for quite some time. And he will be the happier man of the two, even though he'll be disappointed in that opportunity wasted by Nathaniel Campbell. As I mentioned before, also played in the finals, the Manning Cup finals for St. George's College, where they lost 3-2 to Kingston College, their North Street rivals and brethren. Call it a frenemy type of relationship between those two. And it's a throw to Central Kingston. Jaheim Henry will be the one that takes that throw. With it just under a minute left here in this encounter. Now it's Sheldon Green. Sheldon Green gives it away to Alvaranga of Central Kingston. Now it's Ronaldo Henry trying to pass it to Shantamoy Taylor. And brilliantly done by Hussey of Rockfort, the substitute. Controlled very well by Sheldon Green of Rockfort. And now it's with Aarons. And Aarons gives that one up. And it's intercepted by James. And it will be a throw to Rockfort. Now they've taken the throw very, very quickly. It's with Sharp. And we see some of their defenders pushing up Only two defenders behind that, Javine Hussey and one Andre Lowe. As we see 90 minutes approaching. And now it's with Shantamoy Taylor trying to battle with Andre Lowe. Andre Lowe winning that battle. And a foul committed. Vincent Watson of Central Kingston trying to seal this game. And you can only imagine at this point that Rockfort can only salvage a point. And it's at the 18-yard box. And it will be a free kick to Central Kingston. As we see one Adrian Davis of Central Kingston tries to test his speed. And it's a free kick to Rockfort. So, Henry will be the more disappointed of the two. The coach for Rockfort went ahead, but then through some defensive errors, shown in both goals for Central Kingston, they are now trailing, and you can imagine that they can salvage a point here. As we see another free kick given up by Central Kingston. As we see the clock winding down as their opportunities close by the second. Rockfort. Floats one over, dangerous inside the 18-yard box. And Pottinger had the opportunity to strike that one home and at least salvage a point here in this encounter. Now it's Lowe. Lowe almost lost it, but now it's with Saunders. Saunders gives it up. And Shantamoy Taylor attempted to control that one, but unable to. As we see a Central Kingston player down on the field. As the Central Kingston player being tended to. And it is Nathaniel Campbell. And now it's Kimani Sharp, gives the ball up. And a throw quickly to Rockfort. Rockfort sets that one inside the 18-yard box. And Albert Aarons tries to clinch onto that. And that is that. After 90 minutes with injury time, Shantamoy Taylor with the winner. Dying moment of the game. A penalty converted by Albert Aarons, the captain of Rockfort. And then an equalizer by Donovan Alvarenga of Central Kingston. And put to bed by Shantamoy Taylor of Central Kingston. So at the end of this encounter, the major league encounter between Rockfort and Central Kingston, it's Central Kingston Football Club 2, Rockfort 1. Please remember to stay. If you're not, remember to click on Island Sports Network again shortly after this, as it will be the other match between Brownstown and Mountain View in the KSAFA Super League. So Vincent Watson will be the happier of the two, and Omar Henry will have to go back to square one. So at 90 minutes, it is Central Kingston 2, Rockfort 1.